Hello everyone, today we are going to solve GFG problem of the day, ASCII Range Sum. So let's see what the problem statement says and we'll move ahead to our solution. So we have been given a string like this. What we have to do is we have to find ASCII sum between first and last occurrence of a character. So let's say this A is here occurred first and here occurred last. So we have to find the ASCII sum of whatever the characters are between this A's first and last occurrence. So if we see this, so B is so ASCII value means it's so B's ASCII is 98. A small A's ASCII is 97. Small C ASCII is 99. So till that, if you increasing 1, E 99 plus 100. So till Z we have some ASCII value. So what we have to do is we have to find for its first and last between its first and last occurrence ASCII value sum. So if any value, if any character that is occurring more than once, definitely it would have some ASCII values. So we have to return whatever between them is. So if we see BAC, B's ASCII is 98, A's ASCII is 97, C's ASCII is 99. So if we sum it, it would be some 294. So that we have to return in an array. Why an array? Because there can be many values that have more than one occurrence. So if we see this B, this is first occurrence is here, last occurrence is here. So this is whatever is between them is 97 plus 99 plus 97, that is around that is 293. So that also we have to return in. So in our answer 294 and 293 would be, and that would be our answer that we have to return. So that's what question is asked, expecting from us. So now the how we will be solving it. So first off, let's see what would be the brute force approach. So now the brute force approach would be start from here and see keep finding the occurrence, and wherever you find the occurrence like this A, what we are doing, we will be keep finding all of occurrence. Whenever we found any occurrence of A, what we will do, we will update our add, like this we will add in. Then see, then again we found this A, so our add we will update, and what we will be updating, we will be summing all the values between them, and we will, whenever we find any A, we would be updating. So that can be the brute force approach. And then for this is completed, next I will start from this B, because for this A I have completed. Next I will start from here, and again I will keep checking the values between them. Then I find the P, so I will update my add like whatever the sum is, and after like loop is completed, I can add it in our array list. Now for B's we are done. Now we will be doing it again for A. So if here we found A again, and if we have already done for A, we will not do for A again, because the question has said strictly between first and last occurrence. So this is not the first occurrence. So we will again, if we have considered, we will not check. So see, if we start, we didn't found any C, so we will not add it in our answer. So that is the brute force approach. So if we see, first we are starting from A, then going till the end. Then again we are starting from B, then going till the end. And then again we will start from, let's say there is A, we will not start, then C, going till the end. So its time complexity will be n square. And if you see the question, the expected time and space complexity is O of n, and is space no extra space. So we will be doing that, but let me first submit this. This I have whatever I have explained, I have done, and I have checked it's getting submitted. But this is the brute force approach in ON square, and it got submitted. Okay, so it is getting submitted, but let's optimize this code once again. So let's take a bigger example. What we are going to do is, let's say if somehow I can find the first, because what we are doing is we are traversing from first to last object. So if somehow we can find the first occurrence and last occurrence, that would mostly solve my problem. So what I will do is I will create two arrays, and this array I will be storing my first occurrence and last occurrence. So this is my array that I will be using for storing first occurrence, and let me create another array that I will be storing last occurrence. So this is my array. So what I will do is I will create an array of size 26. Why 26? Because A to Z, it will question it is given there will be A to Z. So A to Z 26. So we will be creating two arrays of size 26, and what we will do is this is my first occurrence, this is my last occurrence array. So in my first occurrence, I will store everyone as -1. So from all this 26 size array, I have stored everything -1, and this is my last occurrence array. I will not touch anything, so by default it would be 0. And now what I will do is I will run a loop from starting to ending, and what I will do is I will keep checking in my first and last. So what will happen is in my first I will check, and one more thing. So this is 26 size array. So 0 will be representing A, 1 will be representing B, because A, B, C, if we see 0, 1, 2 like this. So in this string, like in this array, let me name it what it will be representing, and so on. And this is what is given. So let me do indexing it. Okay, so I have done indexing. Now I will start from this. So I will say I will go to my first, and I will see if it is not marked as -1. Like if it is marked as -1, I will mark it as 0. Like zeros index I have found it, and in my last, whatever the value is, I will update. So now for A I have done. Now for B, I will in first I will check if it marked as -1. So yes, it is marked as -1. So I will update it with whatever the index B has. And last array, I will anyhow, like whatever the case, I will update it my last array. So C, I will go and check C if it has -1. So I will update it with index, and last whatever the value I will update. Then D, I will see the value like this. So here it was -1. So in case it is -1, I will update my first array. So D is 3, and last, no matter what, we will update. Then E, it is -1. I will update it with index, and last, no matter what, we will update. And F, first occurrence -1, we will update it. Last occurrence. Now till F it is done. Now this A comes. This is the point where we will see. So this A come, I went to first, I see it is not -1, I will not touch first. But what we were doing, we were updating the last. So last, now we came to this B. We went to first, it is not -1, we will not touch it. We went to last, anyhow, whatever the situation, we are updating. So I will update it. Now this 8, Now again this is B, so I will check this B. It is not -1. I will not touch it, but this I will see. This anyhow I will update it. Now this C, this is not -1, not touch it, but this is anyhow like whatever the value we will update. So if you see what we have stored is our first and last occurrence for A, B till Z. Now what we can do is we can run a loop once again from in all of these 26 arrays and from my first till last. So first occurrence of A is 0, last occurrence is 6. So I can run a loop. First and last occurrence is 0 to 6. I can run a loop from 1 to 5 and find all the values. So from 1, if you see this is 1, from 1 to this 5, I can run a loop and I can find the sum and I can add it. So for A we are done. For B 1 to 8, so I can 1 to 8 is first and last occurrence, so I can run a loop from 2 to 7. If you see this 2 to 7, this. So for B also we have run a loop and we can store the values. Then for C 2 to 9, 2 to 9 means 3 to 8 I will run a loop and store the value. For D 3 to 3, if 3 to 3, that means its first occurrence is 3 and last occurrence is 3. That means it is occurring only once because first and last occurrence is same. So I will not run a loop. E also, F also, G. G is -1. -1 means it has never occurred. So no need to take care. So if you see this upper loop will be running 26 times for A to Z, and this loop like for A we run like this. So this loop will be maximum of running n times. So its time complexity will be 26 into n. Since 26 is constant, its time complexity will be O of n. And what about the space complexity? So we have used L first and last, and that's all. That's a constant size. 26 size, that's constant. 26 plus 26, 52. So whatever n is increased, this is not increasing. So in space complexity, we can say we are using constant space and O of 1. So let's go to the code and let's write the code first. So this array list answer we are making, we will return our answer. So into first, like that will store first occurrence. Same as that, I can create into last. So that is into last. That will store the first and last occurrence. So as we decided, we will be filling our first with -1. So Java provides a method arrays.fill. So we want to fill our first with -1. So we have filled our first with -1. Now let me run a loop in this string, and what we decided in this string, we will fill our first and last position. So I is equals to 0, I is less than s dot length I plus plus, and what we will do is if our, let me extract that character. So what we will do is if our first is not filled, then we will, if our first is not, if our first is -1, then only we will change only first time. So then f of ch minus a equals to I. Otherwise last in any case we were updating. So last is getting updated. Now what is this ch minus a? So let me explain it what is the ch minus a. So my ch can be anything among a to z, okay? And we are creating an array of size 26 for storing a, b, c. So z indexing is 0, 1, 2, and if you see A is first, B is second, C is third. So what is this CH minus A is doing? So let me say CH is C. C minus A I am talking. So C's ASCII value is 99 and A's ASCII is 97. So 99 minus 97 is 2. So if you see in this index array, we have 2, 2 corresponds to C. So that's why we are doing CH minus A. So if CH is D, D minus A, that is 3. So it would come here, then the third index would correspond to D. So I hope you got the idea. So let's move ahead with the code. Now we have filled our first and last. So now it's time to run like check in this. Its size is 26. What we are doing, we are checking in our first, we are checking between our first and last. So its size is 26. So let me run a loop till 26. Now there was condition if my first of I is not equals to minus 1. So that is first condition, and second condition is my first of I is less than last of I. So my let me show this as well. So if you see here, let's say for this E, the first is 4, last is 4. So between them there is no element. Let's say my first is 4 and last is 5. Between them there is no element. So if my first and last are equal, that case also there will be nothing. If my first plus 1 is less than first plus 1 is less than last, then also there would be no element, because 4 plus 1 5, like 4 and 5 there is no any element. So that also we need to consider it. So let's write a code for that as well. So first of I plus 1 should be less than last of I. Then we will run a loop for j. J is less than first of I. Okay, so j will be running from first of I plus 1 and j would be less than last of I. And now j plus plus. So in that case, what we will do is we will keep summing up those values. So sum plus equals to s dot caret j. So it caret j would keep summing the ASCII values, and finally in our answer, don't forget to add this sum. So let's run this code. That was the only solution. L of ch minus a equals to I. We forgot to update. Oh, mistakes. F of I is not equals to minus 1. It is passing. Let me submit it. And it is getting submitted. So I hope you got the idea. So if you got the idea and clear understanding, please like the video, and we will meet you in the next solution video. Till then, keep coding.